We are off to get paint from the hobby store. Yeah! It's finally open. And we need white and red and a few other colors to work on our projects. So this is exciting. It's a beautiful day out and a nice long walk to the hobby store. Yeah! Been looking forward to this for a long time. Of course that's going to come on. It's always going to come on. Hey everybody, and welcome to Spriken Studios. I'm your host, Mr.Spriken. Yeah! And I've returned, as you can see, from my walk to the hobby store. I went there to get some colors to paint up our Yamaha bike that's going in our diorama. But this isn't that video. This is another video. You may have noticed from the thumbnail and title. And that is wait, what? What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. There's none other than painting the Hyaku-Shiki. So this isn't going to be your general run-of-the-mill paint up of Gunpla. This is a longer Spriken hack job. And that is because I plan on taking our Hyaku-Shiki here, high grade, and I'm going to give it a copper weathered look. I'm going to turn him into a statue. Yes. We got a base, where is it? We got some extruded polystyrene, I think that's what it is, base that I'm going to make stone. And then we're going to place our Hyaku-Shiki on top, and it's going to be an oxidized copper. You know when it like turns into copper carbonate, I think that is the correct word. And yeah, then it gets this bluish green kind of look, like patina look on it. That's what we're going to do. I have all the paints needed, and I'm thinking it's going to be a very cool and easy effect to do. And you might want to reproduce it sometime, somehow, somewhere. Could be even good for dioramas. Okay, I gotta get my mind off dioramas. So let's dive in. Yum, yum, yum. First, I want some lunch. So here's our Hyaku-Shiki, and I'm not going to explode him into many parts because he's just going to basically be a statue. So to make it easy to paint, I'm just going to remove the arms and the legs and I guess the backpack, and then see if I can hit it all with our base colors. Our base colors are going to be a flat black and a flat white. Now, I just wanted black base, and I wish I had a black primer, but I don't, so I'm just going to use some flat black. And the white, I have very little of this left, this flat white, and I'm just going to use this to highlight some areas over the flat black, and that'll be our base with those. We're not going to prime, we're just going to hit it immediately with these and hope for the best and see if it sticks. It should, methinks. If not, this video will be over and it'll be a disaster. Okay, so next, I have some actual copper that I bought, I forgot, and I've never used it before. So this is going to be perfect. You could use gold, any kind of hobby paint gold, acrylic, water base, or whatever. It doesn't have to be Mr. Color or anything. This is just what I have. So I'm going to use the copper then next. To go over the whole kit. And then after that, yes, you guessed it, the trusty stain brown, which I use for everything, it seems. I'm using this as a sepia wash, yes, because I don't have anything like that. I could make up my own brown wash, but I think this will do just nicely. I don't need too much, just to get in the crevices and things. So we're going to use this. Then after that, we're going to give it a coat of this Nihilak oxide. Yes, Citadel paint. This is what's going to make it, methinks. Yeah, we're going to give it all a nice coat with this. That'll be cool. And then once that is done, we're going to mix up a 50-50 wash with this Drakenhof Nightshade and this Beal Tan Green, both shades, washes. So yeah, 50% this, 50% that, and then we're gonna hit it over, and I'm thinking it'll be done. We shall see. And then for this base, we're just going to get some hobby paint grays and make it like a stone type thing. And I'm gonna carve away and clean up this and whittle it down to make it smaller. So that is the mission. First things first, let's strip them down into more manageable size parts so we can paint it black and white. I have a feeling this is going to be one super time lapse. That's the AC keeping me cool. I should mention, this is the first time I'm actually doing this, so this will prove that if it works, you can do it and anybody can do it. Because if I can do it first try and it looks cool, then yeah, it's a guaranteed easy technique. So let's see. Here's where we stand with Mr. Hyaku-Shiki. Yes, we needed to pause to clean the old airbrush because it was horribly clogged from whatever else, the last project I was using it. I forgot to give it a good clean, so I started getting all this nasty white blotches spraying all over the place and little dots flicking off, and yeah, just the paint not coming out very nice. But I was able to just do a basic black and white on these parts, as you can see. Here is said airbrush in pieces soaking. First order of business when we're back will be to give it a nice copper coat, the whole thing. This is a very pretty copper. Oh, and by the way, this video won't technically count as a Gunpla video. So don't worry, I still will be making one of those soon in the future. I just have to narrow down what kit I want to do exactly. This is just, well, you know what this is. This is a freaking hack job. What am I saying? Wow, this is pretty darn cool, just like this. Copper, this Mr. Color copper really is pretty. Just look at that. Whew, man. So nice. The Hyaku-Shiki is fully copper. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our brown wash, which we're using as a sepia wash thingy, and we're going to go in mainly all the joints and all the detail areas, and any area that maybe we didn't really fully paint as well. We're going to hit in there and get it all nice and dirty. Yeah. Mark my words. I'm going to do a Musume kit hair this copper. I don't know who yet or when, but I will, because this is very lovely. Okay, here we go. We're going to be generous with it. Now, you don't have to use an airbrush like I did to do this technique or to paint at all. You could hand brush all of this and get the same result. Yep, I just did it to save myself a little bit of time. But I think the real fun in doing a technique like this or other things is getting up close and personal and touching your model kit with a brush. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I've never actually done this. So this is going to be an exciting time for both me and you. Hopefully you do. Oh, already it's really cool. I really love working with colors that I don't normally work with. It's very exciting. So as I'm waiting for the Nihilak oxide, whatever that color is, to dry on our Hyaku-Shiki, I just carved out a basic kind of slab of, I don't know, rock or concrete or whatever we're going to call it. And I just put some cracks in it and carved it up a bit. And then I stuck on a little thin piece of EVA foam to act as like the plaque that's also going to be the copper, just to tell you about, I guess, why this Hyaku-Shiki is being honored in this way, being memorialized in a copper statue. So yeah, I'm gonna just go up and paint this gray and have fun dry brushing it and everything and get it ready for the Hyaku-Shiki to stand atop. Now let's hit it with our custom-made wash here. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the sepia wash, and we're just going to get this in all of the crevices. Okay, it's time to test out this rust orange for the very first time. It looks super bright. Ooh. I may end up destroying all the work I did so far. We shall see. With the sun now gone, I'm facing some tough lighting. But the show must go on. Okay, we're going to take this orange rust and we're going to start dabbing it all over the place. I'm going to try not to go too crazy with it. But you know me. I enjoy my weathering. And then just to test out here, I can remove some wherever need be with this Q-tip. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the weathering rust orange on, and then we'll see how our base is doing, and maybe it'll be about time to stick this guy to it.
Man, this really is a cool, simple look.
And I like his little beach super long name little guy. Yeah, I just took a normal pilot. I think this was just a pilot. Yeah, I just painted him up the best I could to look like him. The pilot of the Hyaku-Shiki. And man, looks real sharp and real cool. Convincing. Future Statue of Liberty.
So what do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, and to think, they really all depended on this Nihilak Oxide Citadel paint. It's a really nice color. So I think if you want to reproduce this, all you really have to do is buy this. Well, I mean, this is assuming you have other colors that are easier to get at your fingertips. Like gold, or in my case I used an actual copper. And you can make a brown wash easy enough. As well as the other wash. The other wash is just like a bluish green dark kind of wash. So yeah, it's a pretty simple effect. And you might be thinking, but making a Gundam statue that's copper is kind of pointless, right? Kind of doesn't really make any sense. Because if you have the technology to make mobile suits, you're not going to be making statues in copper, really. Because then they're going to oxidize and turn into this, which I think is cool, but I don't think anybody nowadays would really want that. But this serves a purpose, and that is we like to work on certain kits that we don't have, a very emotional attachment to, because it helps us learn and kind of try out cool things we wouldn't normally do. Now, I did this because I really thought it looked neat and I really wanted to try it, but this will have other applications for me now. Now that I know how to get that look, the copper oxidized patina look, if I make dioramas that might call for something like this, whether it's like rooftops or for churches or statues of horses or anything, those things you usually see in parks. Well, anyways, I will know how to do it now and how it'll turn out because I did this. And that's the point. I want you guys out there to, grab a cheap high-grade kit or, those like kits that don't move, they're just super rigid. First generation Zaku or RX, just those kits. Just grab them and practice some kind of new paint technique on it. Hand paint. You don't need no airbrush. If you have an airbrush, that's cool too. Yeah, just experiment and have fun. I just saw this, literally a picture online with the general look, very small and grainy, and it just said, these are the paints. And I just picked them up and tried it myself. And anyone can do it. So, I hope you guys had fun watching me. Now comes the task of working on that motorcycle. Yes, I will work on that motorcycle and my custom Megami Device character, Akako. Yeah, those videos are coming next week. and that's going to be pretty exciting. So that's it. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, if you want to see any kind of cool different techniques or things that I work on or paint up or whatever, leave it in the comments, please. And yeah, because you guys inspire me all the time, so you never know when your comment might just be like, oh my god, I want to do that too, and really badly, and I do it. So yeah, that'd be appreciated. So have a nice rest of your week, and look for another video soon here from me, Mr.Spriken, yeah! At Spriken Studios. Bye-bye. What is a Spriken?
Here's what I found.
Speech is human vocal communication using language.